Okay, I'll pull that up in a minute. I'll look at it. Journal election. When a cat gets down, they get injured. And one of their... be huge? Yes, absolutely. What is this? Celebrity? This many problems? You should not have a gun. It's too risky. He's dead. Of this because, like, she's getting pulled up in chat. She is.
And citizens in Minneapolis as Attorney General.
Right. Okay. So anyway... That's just retarded. It's not even worth talking about. And where can I find this other stuff? Yep, here we go here. We'll look at this again. And a gun person? Yeah, normal Twitter stuff. It's just, I don't know what's wrong with some of those people. I really don't. Like, I think the reason why is that it's like people are very afraid of like having an opinion that could like be perceived as like a pedo enabling opinion. So like they're always hyper like liberal with like who they're going to say is a pedo because they're worried that, well, if I don't say this person's a pedo or something like this, then I'm going to end up, you know, being called a weirdo myself. And so that's the reason why I think you have such odd conversations about it. Is like people have these conversations as a performance to indicate that they're not a bad actor themselves. I just that's what I think is going on, right? Everybody knows 19 and 23 isn't a pedo. It's like, duh, of course, right? So anybody who's saying that is just being an idiot. So anyway, let me go back. I'll see if I can find the other posts about this. Okay, yeah, there it is. And we got one more. All right. So basically, we've had an individual today. This is actually, yes, yesterday. 10 people are dead. 10 people are dead. 25 are injured after a mass school shooting in Tumbler Ridge, Canada. Police have identified the shooter, but will not release details at this time for, quote, privacy reasons. So since then, they have actually released details about who this person is. It's apparently some sort of trans person. Obviously, people are going off and, you know, if one trans person does something wrong, that means all trans people do something wrong. We all know this, right? So, like, yeah, one of them fucks up, they all fuck up. So this was, you know, basically all of the trans people went on this school shooting. So basically, 10 people got killed, and this is in Canada too. It's not even in America. It's in Canada, and it's just insane. The gunman has been identified as a trans biological male, Jesse Strang, and this apparently does seem to be the case. It is true, and this is, I guess, a photo of this person. Suspected shooter in the Detler Tumbler Ridge secondary school shot. And I've been viewing a lot of anime-related content recently, and I was never into it before. The characters are always so cute. I don't want to be 2D or anything like the characters themselves, but whenever it comes to body shape and stuff, I often find myself comparing to their semi-unrealistic, yet still physically possible shape, specifically whenever it comes to height, BMI, and obviously their chesticles. I'm super skinny, so that sometimes makes me feel kind of good, but I'm also pre-HRT and my expectations are minimal for chest growth, and I'm 6 feet tall. Why can't I be petite and small? I hate to tell you this, buddy, but women are sometimes 6 feet tall too. Like, that's what happens. Yeah, that's the way it is. Like, you can't, listen, you don't have a character creator in life, okay? If you did, why the hell do you think anybody decide to be 5 feet tall, right? If it's a guy. Like, nobody, you just RNG'd into it. Like, that's the way it is. Like, there's women that are 6 feet tall. There's women that aren't, like, I mean, you have these, like, small, you know, cute little girls, and then you have really hot, you know, in my opinion, like, you know, if you have a college volleyball player or something like that, a lot of them are really fucking hot. So, like, I don't think that there's really, like, I mean, do you want steak or ice cream? Well, both of them are really good, even though they're very different. So, like, really, I think that the more that you try to wish that you were a different type of person than you were, the more you're going to hate yourself, right? And so that's it. And, yeah, talkers, I'm not going to get in. Look, I mean, like, I'm not trying to get in. Like, it depends. I don't want to make anybody feel, as long as they're not fat, you know what I mean? That's what matters. But anyway, so 10 years max, Canada, they protect this. So, yeah, I mean, that's it. Why don't people want to be Joseph Joestar? I mean, I think a lot of guys do. Like, listen, I guarantee you that if you looked at the amount of guys after somebody watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you know, with like fucking, you know, seasons 1 through 4, or 3 or whenever it was, right, into Stardust Crusaders, and then how many of those guys went to the gym after that? I think there would be a sizable percentage. I absolutely do. And I think that's the difference, right, is it's that mindset where it's like, okay, well, you know, if I think this is the way I'm supposed to look, you know, there's a way for you to look this way. Now, obviously, like, I mean, like for me, for example, right? I mean, I'm a very tall guy, but I'm also extremely naturally skinny. Like my wrists are very small. Like I'm a naturally very thin person. And so like being a big, bulky guy, that's also just probably not something that's good for my body. But, you know, again, like that doesn't mean you can't, you know, have other things about yourself that look certain good ways too, right? You're just petite. Yes, in a way, right? I'm 140 pounds. And so, well, and here's the problem, right? Is somebody posted this photo of me, and I want to talk about this photo. This is a really, really big problem, okay? Yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's a waste of my fucking time. And so I didn't even deal with it. Stronger? I don't want to take something that's going to fuck up my head, right? And it takes 2 weeks. I'll take your word for it. And I'm not trying to take anything like that. It takes weeks to have an effect. Good. And it's a good thing I never did that. So, it messed my brother up bad. Yeah, I mean, he gave it to me for anxiety. I didn't want to take that shit. But, yeah, I had no idea it was an SSRI. I just fucking, you know, took it. That was it. And so, I went crazy and burnt my house down the second time trying shrooms, but I have a desire to try alternatives. I just got out of the psych ward months ago, and now I'm here. I'm not schizophrenic. I got diagnosed with, yeah, right, okay. That's it? Oh, only that? Wow. And I blew up their Desert Eagle, and this is the person doing the shooting as well. Not really a big surprise. I mean, I think anybody could have expected this, right? And this is insane. And probably shouldn't. Yeah, I think so. What's SSRIs? They block different types of brain, like, I guess, chemical. I think they're like chemical inhibitors with the brain, and it fucks up the way a person thinks, right? That's basically what it is. Antidepressants, yeah. And, but I'm talking about, like, how they affect the, what do you call it? How they affect the brain. But I don't know about, like, all the specifics. I'm not a doctor, obviously. First time trying on makeup, and so obviously this is really what it was. Apparently it got deleted. Do I have a good build type for HRT? And this was 15 years old. This was in 2023, so all the timelines would track, especially because it's just the beginning of the year. And so right here, you have somebody, let me see, can I load the comments? Big problem. It's that simple. Drugs. I mean, this is very, very simple thing to say, right? It's pretty fucking obvious. And so, yeah, like you always said, what is this here? Don't forget parent? Yeah, of course, right? And we have to stop. Yeah, you just defined all trans people? Well, I don't know if all of them do drugs or guns. I don't know. We have to stop handling the retards with kid gloves. Make an example that causes them to think twice before they act. Well, you have to be proactive, right? And that's the issue. If you see somebody, like, I'm sorry, and I'm a big Second Amendment guy, but if we have somebody who is a child who is on SSRIs doing random, illicit drugs, and they also think that they're trying to take hormones to be another gender, that's too many problems. It is, and you shouldn't have a gun. You should not have a gun. If you have that many problems, you should not have a gun. It's too risky. It is. It's extremely fucking risky. They're red flags. Especially whenever you're going out there and you're making comments, and it gets worse than that. And you're going out there and making comments talking about how, you like watching videos of people being killed. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? It's like, when are you going to call a spade a spade? It's so fucking obvious what's going on. So anyway, that's what I think about it, and I'll read a few more comments, but yeah, a photo of today's trans shooter. Maybe we shouldn't give mind-altering hormones to mentally ill people. Imagine that! No way! Yes, and if we do, we shouldn't give them a fucking gun. It's crazy how this is even a possibility, and this is in Canada. It's not even in America. Oh my fucking God. Family confirms identity of trans shooter. What is this here? The trans-identified mass murderer's mother was a trans rights activist. He murdered her yesterday before committing one of the deadliest massacres. Yep, exactly. 18 is your personal age of accountability. I think that, I mean, it depends, right? So, I think that is 18 a good age for accountability? I would say that, I mean, assuming you have a sound mind, I would say 16 is probably the age of accountability. Right? Like, that's whenever, like, if somebody does something bad at 16, I think they should be treated as if they were an adult. This situation is different in my mind because of all of the other compounding mental health problems. And that's the reason why I'm kind of like drawing more of an exception with this. But, and I think that also, like, we all know, right? I mean, we all know, like, a lot of us, when did we really start making good decisions as an adult? I'd say, like, for me, it was like 24 and 25. Like, before then, I was fucking up all the time. I still, yeah, I don't know yet. Yeah, I'll let you know when I get there, right? Yeah, so, like, I think that really, like, for a lot of guys, you know, we don't really start making good decisions until we're in our mid-20s. So I don't think that really you turn 18 and your brain just totally, you know, crystallizes and everything's perfect either. So, yeah, can we really fully blame the parents here? The kid was so fucked up mentally at spawn? I do think so. I think that you can blame the kids. She made it through surgery. Wow, so this girl did. Holy shit. And she already's raised $42,000. That's good. And this is good, man. I'm glad to see it. Never let your kids watch anime. Wait, this is a post from 2000. Is that a good thing? I think it's not. So when you have people that are identifying as being a minor, you're 15, right? We're not talking about 17. 17 is like, you know, some people are an adult at 17. It's past the age of consent in a lot of places. But we're talking about 15, okay? 15 years old. If you're identifying as 15 years old on a social media website, should you just get insta-banned? Honestly? We need a two-tier system. It's a safety issue. Yes, exactly. Don't want to happen because the pedophile billionaires will lose money. Well, I don't know about that. But, yeah, it's a Somalia is a shithole because the U.S. military has been bombing them since year 2000. It's the longest war in American history and almost no one knows about it. You're totally right. If Somalia didn't have that happen, it would be Wakanda. That's so true. It's amazing. Oh, here we go. A lot of people are very, very angry today about this clip. Oh my God.
Which led to Trump too. Then they just don't care. And there's not much I can do.
Let me tell you something. I agree with everything you say, but as a person who lived in a red state for 50 years, I would crawl through 10 feet of concrete to vote for Gavin Newsom, even though I think he's duplicitous, a hypocrite, a thirst trap, hungry for power, all of the things that you say, and harms the Democratic Party and sets the psychological soil to be more prey to fascism. All of that I agree with. But there are so many young, queer, black, brown, marginalized people in red states. And even though this corporate Democrat is, you see it in a long-term game. In the short-term game, a President Newsom over a President J.D. Vance.
I wonder if it's really that bad. I do. I wonder if it's actually that bad now. And like, is this the way kids are? Like, this is their level of athleticism? Holy shit. And is this the COVID vaccine in action? I don't know. And where's the rest of these here? I saw this, bro. This was so scary for me to listen to.
It is 2 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
I think it's time you got your fucking ass in the bed.
Yep, there it is. This unlocked the core memory. It sure fucking did, didn't it? And yeah, oh my fucking God. And that's my mom. Yeah, 4:30 in the morning, right? Everything else. But let me go back. I'll see if I can find a few more of these comments here too, because it's just been absolutely insane. I also saw we have some good news here. Very good news. Republicans have introduced a bill that would disenfranchise millions of women from voting if their married name doesn't match up with the name on their birth certificate. They're trying to stop women from voting ahead of the midterms. Guys, I was already on board, okay? Like, you don't have to convince me now. Like, I was already there, but I mean, now we got more of this going on. Holy shit. I didn't even expect this was going to happen. Wow. These are levels of winnings previously not even expected. Does this include trans women? I don't know. And what is it here? Anti-ICE students asked to skip school in protest of Detroit. Other students drive by in a car and yelled, "Get out of the way, you fucking retards." I don't even know what to say. That's insane.
Without telling their parents. And if I don't remember wrong, a few months ago, they were even considering allowing 16 years olds to vote in elections. So we are not buying this lie, Pedro. But it gets even worse.
What's that?
The day after announcing this new law, they said that they were considering banning X since X is supposedly the Nazi app.
Nazis.
Yes,
of course. Always Nazis.
It just
every single time.
My heart so much to see my home country of Spain go down the hill so fast.
Yep.
Just because this bunch of corrupt politicians are too afraid of losing the next elections, which
That's
they
right.
will. Because they don't want to go to
They
jail.
want to ensure their voting bloc.
So they will stop at nothing.
That's always the goal.
To silence us, and they will try to regularize as many people as possible so they can vote for them.
Yep.
But we, Spaniards, are not going anywhere, and we will stop at nothing when it comes to having our country back. So please, speak up. We cannot be silent.
No, she's right about it. She is. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of people that feel that way. Yeah, I mean, like, really, it's massive brawlers broke out in Turkish parliament. It was amazing. Okay, I'll pull that up in a minute. I'll look at it. General elections in Spain are due by next year, too? Well, yeah, that's why they're trying to bring in the illegals so they can use them as a voting bloc. I mean, that's clearly what their goal is. I mean, I think that anybody can easily understand that and see that's what's happening. So, they gave citizenship to 500k illegals recently? Holy shit. Well, I didn't know that at all. And as a police officer in Canada, Asmon's comments blaming the cops for the shooting are frustrating. There's a very clear lack of what police in Canada are actually doing when it comes to mental health. I'm not really talking about individual police officers, man. I'm talking about people that are like, you know, the national security people, like whatever your version of the FBI is. Like, yeah, very clearly the police officers that are patrolling the streets don't need to be doing that. But like, you need to have a federal agency that has red flags and some sort of system that can detect whenever somebody's a fucking nutball, right? I mean, obviously, a person you apprehended the same time up to 5 times to speak with psychologists, 10 minutes, they get released again. Listen, I'm not blaming you as an individual officer. I'm saying the federal government needs to do that, right? So, yeah, it's just really, yeah, the only person to blame is the laws. Yeah, definitely, right? But that's really what I was getting at. I'm not going after him, obviously. 2 potatoes with a shoelace and 5 pennies did this. What is this? Oh, yeah! One autistic bald guy and his nerdy programmer friend building their own game engine with free open source code. This will always be undefeated. By the way, it will always be undefeated. Anytime that you get a few random fucking autistic bald guys that have a good idea, they are always going to come out ahead beyond a focus group full of a bunch of fucking idiots, right? 2 potatoes with a shoelace. That's about right, isn't it? Let me go back. I'll see if I can find it. What's going on in Seattle? What the fuck is going on? Oh my god. Yeah, why couldn't it be me? Okay, yeah, real fucking funny. No, that's obviously just some Instagram collab thing, right? And I hate to say it, but I recognize a couple of those girls, so I can tell you that's exactly what it is. So yeah, and anyway, is this gay? Asmon's running Chipotle for the little guys. Chipotle plans to raise menu prices by 2026 after reporting that about 60% of its core customers earn $100,000 a year. Unfortunately, I already heard that. Embrace the empire in decline with the bold t-shirt. I have to say that making t-shirts of, you know, people, you know, like about how bad America is, on X, it's just pretty fucking You make a Yo Mama joke right now. Yo Mama's so fat, she might be as fat as the women complaining about this guy. How about that? I got plenty of them, alright? And so, no, it's no problem at all for me. As a female, I've seen this happen. Yep, there you go. Let me go back. I'll see if there's anything else that's happened today, too, because I do want to look at the Epstein stuff, but I want to lock everything else out first. And so, she must be huge? Yes, absolutely. What is this? Celebrity? This is, oh, another post about me. I'll get to that. Let me make sure I get to everything else, too, though, and scroll all the way down. And I will watch this as well. XQC on man math? Wait, what? A woman with a $280 nail set and $150 worth of makeup on her face is using you for a $75 dinner. In man math, we call this ROI. If you can pay for hundreds of dollars worth of temporary cosmetics, then you can pay for half the tab.
Their permission,
What?
let me introduce to you the survivors and late survivors'
real?
family members who are present today. There's Teresa Helm. There's Jess Michaels. Laura Bloom McGee. Danny Bensky. Liz Stein. Marina Lacerda. Sky and Amanda Roberts, who are the family of the late Virginia Giuffre. Charlene Ruchard. And Lisa Phillips. Now, you're not showing a lot of interest in the victims, Madam Attorney General. Whether it's Epstein's human trafficking ring or the homicidal governmental violence against citizens in Minneapolis, as Attorney General, you're siding with the perpetrators and you're ignoring the victims. That will be your legacy unless you act quickly to change course. You're running a massive Epstein cover-up right out of the Department of Justice. You've been ordered by subpoena and by Congress to turn over 6 million documents, photographs, and videos.
Wait, so there's 6 million, but I thought they only released 3 million. That means half haven't even been released? Is that... It's, I think it's like 3.5 million. So that means literally millions of these are still left?
What is that? But it's even worse. You've turned the People's Department of Justice into Trump's instrument of revenge. Trump orders up prosecutions like pizza, and you deliver every time. He tells you to go after...
No, he doesn't. What do you mean?
After James Comey, Letitia James, Lisa Cook, and Jerome Powell, the head of the Federal Reserve Board, and members of Congress like Adam Schiff, Mark Kelly, Alyssa Slotkin, Chrissy Houlihan, Jason Crow, Chris DeLuzio, and Maggie Goodlander, to name a few, and you snap to it. You replace real prosecutors with counterfeit stooges who robotically do the president's bidding. Nothing in American history comes close to this complete corruption of the justice function and contamination of federal law enforcement.
Nothing says corruption of justice than removing people that are in the country illegally, right?
The good news is many serious lawyers at DOJ, including some of your own original appointees, have refused your lawless orders. Danielle Sassoon, your original pick for acting U.S. Attorney in Manhattan,
is this even about the Epstein files? Is this just them complaining about her for something unrelated?
He resigned too, writing he found no evidence to justify criminal charges. So you forced him out. You replaced him with Lindsay Halligan, Trump's personal lawyer from the Mar-a-Lago documents case, vendettas, and baseless indictments brought by the hacks left at DOJ now, with 2 different grand juries in Virginia voting down indictments against Letitia James in a single week.
This has nothing to do with the Epstein files at all.
Is recognized.
May I respond very briefly to her statement?
Well, I think we can do that probably on one of our members' time.
Okay, thank you. I don't want that to get away. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Behind me, I have 3 documents from the DOJ production that are emblematic of the massive failure of the DOJ to comply with the Epstein Files Transparency Act.
Yeah, why didn't it happen?
To my right is an email that was sent by the victims' lawyers to the DOJ. It was a list of names not to redact. A list of names not to release. What did the DOJ do with this email? They released this email in the document production. Literally the worst thing you could do to the survivors, you did. And they're getting phone calls. A lot of
How the fuck did that happen?
People didn't want to be known. And we know you touched the document because you redacted one name and you redacted the lawyer's name.
It's true. So it implies that they did look at it and it wasn't just simply oversight and ignorance. So they made a decision not to redact the... What the fuck?
But you left the survivor's name there. The next document I want to show you.
Oh my God.
That was in the title. The victims' survivors' names, all right?
It says victims list. And you didn't think to redact that.
The title of this one is Child Sex Trafficking. Co-conspirators. Fully redacted. And by the way, I'm going to unredact them.
Oh no. Okay, this is the type... This is good. So you have it redacted, and they're just Post-it notes, and you're going to unredact them in front of everybody. Oh, this is perfect. Here we go.
Come on. Let me finish my answer. We corrected that within 40 minutes.
Then why was it wrong? He didn't ask. Yeah, he didn't ask how fat. Like, see, this is like, honestly, like, I love this because, like, she's getting pulled up in chat. She is. She's getting her chat logs pulled up. He asked you a question of what's 1 + 1, and you're talking about the size of Africa. You're not even answering the question. Absolutely fucking based. Just shut the fuck up. Yep, had nothing to do with it.
Thank you, Attorney General Bondi, for being here today. I'm going to show you two photos.
Thank you.
I'm going to show you two photos of former Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein.
Not good.
Under the law Congress passed,
not good
you
at
were
all.
allowed to redact photos to protect the victims of Epstein's sex trafficking operation. You redacted the photos of this victim's face because you were following the congressional law. Is that correct?
I mean, because I saw her in the other facility. Place was a shithole.
I was not involved in that at all. The same level of facility. I don't know why. But, you know, instead of talking about...
You don't know why? They saw the videos. How about that? They saw the clips.
Only after members of Congress demanded that we see the unredacted files did the world learn the name of this individual, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, the chairman and CEO of a company that had financial ties to President Trump's business and personal ties to Trump's advisor, Steve Bannon.
That is insane.
Twice in the same week, in 2 different courts. That must have been humiliating. And now there are reports you were continuing to investigate her.
What does this have to do? Like, I mean, really, it's like, did she do something wrong or not?
The amount of resources that have gone into targeting Attorney General James, months of investigations.
Like, I don't even care about this because, like, I mean, they absolutely tried to bend the rules to push for the most extreme punishment for Trump. They absolutely did that. And so now he's doing that to them. Well, you shouldn't have started this game if you didn't want him to play it too. Like, that's too bad. Like, I don't give a shit about this at all. But this has nothing to do with it. Whether this retard gets arrested or not, it doesn't matter. It should be based off of whether they broke the law or not. I mean, really.
Multiple failed indictments is astounding.
Yeah.
Since your own prosecutors told you that there is not enough evidence to support a conviction, it's clear that you were going after her simply because she held President Trump accountable and he wants to punish her. And she is just one name on a long list of Trump political enemies that DOJ is reportedly targeting. From Jerome Powell and Lisa Cook at the Federal Reserve to James Comey, numerous Democratic members of Congress.
I think they should have gone after those people too. Like, I'm of the mindset that I like the fact that Trump went after these people, and I also think that he should go after the Epstein people too. I think it's all bad. I think we should be doing this constantly. Like, we don't do this enough.
John Brennan, Jack Smith, Democratic officials in Minnesota, Chris Krebs, Miles Taylors, and more. And those are just the ones we know about. In contrast to these politically motivated investigations, grasping at something they can charge their enemies with, we now have concrete evidence of disgusting criminality revealed in the Epstein files. So I really have just one question for you. How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted? How many perpetrators are you even investigating?
Bad. Low guard. Lower guard. Getting even lower guard. Worse guard. Bad guard. Dead guard. Welcome to reality, Paul. Welcome back. Welcome back. Finally, at a certain point, people are beginning to realize that it doesn't go, this isn't going anywhere. You can't just release these garbage games. You can't do it. Yes, welcome back. Yes, it's just so fucking embarrassing. High guard doesn't need super... Oh my god. High guard boss says player count irrelevant as game loses 90% of its active audience. See, we gotta get this in America. We gotta get this in America because like all them old fucks, they can't throw down anymore. So they're gonna have to retire. We gotta have PvP servers in the Senate. If I had my senator ready to throw hands immediately, like, oh, you want to have illegal immigrants in here? All right, let's go. Let's go right now. Oh, he did 6 damage. Okay, it's Yogg Meowron's turn. Cast your spell Spit, and then aim. Okay, I'm going to spit on his ass. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Well, damn, it looks like Adjudicus got hit pretty hard. Don't worry, though. He's not dead, only downed. When a cat gets down, they get injured, and one of their stats gets reduced permanently. Don't let their body get hit too many times or they'll actually die. As long as your other cats can finish the fight, your downed cats will still survive, so finish the fight. Let's see here. Yogg Meowron. Let's go. I'm going to give him the shield. I think blocking damage seems really good. Okay. The path. All right, congrats. You did good out there. The first adventure, it's time to go home. You'll bring back food, coins, items, treasures, and injuries gained during your journey. These supplies will hopefully prove useful at some point. Okay? If you ever want to save and just exit or run, just click that thing. Okay? Bye. All right, let's go. Now what? The fluffy girls. Let's head to the house on the hill. Well, hello, neighbor. Yes, it's me, Mr. Tinkles. You've no doubt heard about me around town. And yes, all the rumors are true. I spread them myself, just like my legs. What am I saying? God, I'm so bad. Anyway, you can call me Twink. My God, look at these kitties. They just returned from home and they look absolutely busted. Cats that have already been on an adventure are retired. That means they won't be able to go on any more adventures. So why don't you take these guys inside so they can relax comfortably? It's over. I win. I actually win. I'm a fucking god. Oh my god. Wait, I'm actually a legend at this game. Jesus, that's easy. That was easy, dude. You stupid fucking bitch. But her paw slips and she cuts herself, causing her to start bleeding. I literally had no other option. Damn, bro. Just fucking kill this ass.
Let's suck on a rotting mouse. Here in the house, I'll let you off and make you cough.
Oh, Jack won. No, it's okay. I like Jack. Sean is dead. Fuck Sean. Sean sucks. Okay. I have this empty hole in my heart. My wife and I, we can't have children of our own. So we decided to start a cat family. And guess who the father is? It's you. Just send me your kittens and I can find a way to return the favor. But don't send me any uggos. Keep your donkey face fuggos in the basement. Toodles. A feather necklace. What the hell is this? Oh, a dodge chance. Oh, that's really good. We're gonna give this to... yeah, let's give him 15%. No, I don't want to have him dodge. Okay, I'm gonna give him dodge. And then a melee... use a melee attack with 10% chance to stun. Okay, well then let's go and give that to him. Big dick. Because that's his... he's the main meleeer. Damn, 10 damage. Oh, wait. Wait, I might win here. He's dead. Nice. Yes. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Stealing mana. Counters. All right, ending. I'm so hungry now, I'm gonna okay, he died. Okay. I gotta move to here. I'm gonna heal. Oh my god. The sandstorm grows until it envelops the entire area. Okay, let's go. Anyway, gentlemen, I gotta take a piss. I gotta end the stream. So I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Alright, peace. See ya.